Welcome to the final day of the Dakar Series China Rally, back at the FB Park, readying for the festival. One final stage for us. Genghis Khan, the founder of the Mongolian Empire, is honoured in this area. This statue was built in 2012, and they used sand to build the Genghis Khan king. The desert belongs to Inner Mongolia. To the king is a symbol of this. The king came here for war. He tried to cross the desert, but there was no grass, so he didn't stay very long. He is a royal person, very smart, very brave. He brought all the communities together, united them like they were in a bowl. He really is great, a great leader, and we all respect him a lot. Stage 1 was a short blast around the FB Park to get everyone used to the sands of Inner Mongolia. Giniel de Villiers eased himself into the rally. Expected to dominate, he was second without any issues. But a local man showed he would be the force to fight with. Agurel took the first stage win in his first proper rally raid. Stage 2 was more of a test, longer, and with the start of the stage in the middle of the day, the dune gradient was tough to spot. While his teammate made an error, Lucio Alvarez was building confidence in his Toyota, and he managed second. But it was Agurel who again took a commanding victory from the head of the field and led de Villiers by over 5 minutes. Stage 3, we headed to the Badan-Jilan Desert, a long day with a 232-kilometre special. There were mistakes from the leading contenders, allowing drivers like Cheng Feng to catch up in the overall. Yungang Zi was the stage winner from 15th on the road, and with a 40-minute advantage over Agurel, he took the rally lead. Stage 4 started with the withdrawal of Lucio Alvarez, the Argentine, over-jumping and hurting his back. There was a titanic fight in the side-by-side class between Quang and Hujan Zi. Stage 4, Hujan took the lead back after finishing inside the top 10 overall. Yungang Zi opened the stage and wasn't caught by anybody all day. It was a performance that proved he should be in the rally lead. But starting a long way back, the Desert Fox, Agurel, was stalking his prey, a third stage win for the Mongol. One final day in the mountainous dunes of Badan-Jilan, and the cars began to feel the abuse that they'd been given. Su Baiyong was forced to retire with rear axle issues. He had been 3 hours in the lead of the open class. Finally, Giniel de Villiers had completed an error-free stage, taking the overall rally lead and chunks some time away from his rivals. But his stage win was stolen by Chinese star Han Wei, who had fixed his issues with his buggy and put himself in the hunt for victory. But on stage 6, the whole rally fell apart for most of the field. Han Wei stopped with broken rear suspension. De Villiers had also issues and ground to a halt. Aurigel too. The first 5 on the road had had big issues at similar moments. There were cars all over the return to the Tengir Desert. Cheng Feng was an hour off the lead at the start of the day, but managed to fix his issue and end up finishing the stage. The winners were Ma Heilong in his Nissan, second on the stage, which pushed him to rally lead, and Zhang Ming, who won the stage and is now just 1 minute 44 seconds off victory. So what had happened on stage 6? Car after car stopped in the dunes. Broken. Not able to finish. The 264-kilometre stage had wiped out half the field. One car and one man you wouldn't expect to see caught up in the chaos was Dakar expert Giniel de Villiers, but he had been. Back at the bivouac, the team had work to do.
There was like a road in small dunettes, and we turned to the left and we turned to the right to go over the dunette, and I was in second gear accelerating, and as I went over the dunette, just a big explosion. Obviously hit something. I knew I hit something, a rock on the other side of the dune. It completely destroyed my front suspension, and my steering was gone.
So the culprit of everyone's issues, a rock uncovered from the sand. The final stage. The planned 28-kilometre stage had been shortened to just 7. A final 8 minutes then, blasting around the FB Park. The reason? The early arrivals to the park for the festival had filled the local dunes, making it too dangerous to race. The final day might have been simple, but the rally in all had been very tough, not least for the T2 category. Zhu Donghe inherited the T2 lead after Wu Qinashen's problems of day 5, and there he stayed. He was the only T2 to finish without penalties. Dakar is a dream for everyone who loves racing. I have realized my dream twice, and Dakar changed my life. I think I'm going to go and do it again. I'm almost 50 years old, and I really want to take part in all the different categories, the quad, the motorbikes, the trucks, and the cars before I'm 60 years old. The headline stage finishes, like third on stage 6, showed Hu Jiang could well have won the side-by-side class. Had it not been for losing 3.5 hours on stage 5, the gap to his brother was only 40 minutes. They both completed the full route without penalties, but Quang did not have the car issues, so won the class. This is so beautiful, I've dreamed of this. The route designed by the Dakar people has been really interesting and challenging. Sometimes the Chinese routes are much easier than this. But we race cars for challenges. That is what we want. The open class allows cars regulated for score or Baja. They aren't really designed for the desert sands, so the attrition rate was super high. Alex Zhu eventually won the class, miles ahead of the wounded competition. That fix on the penultimate stage paid dividends for Feng Cheng. He may have been stationary for about 2 hours, but getting to the stage end meant he slotted into a podium finish, third and crucially first FIA vehicle. The Best Rookie award went to Ming Xiang. By the end, just 1 minute and 44 seconds off victory. He would have liked a longer final day, as he was confident to close the gap and gave it everything over the final 7 kilometres. He was equal fastest on the final stage with Heilong Mei. Crucially, the Nissan driver had been one of just 5 to complete the rally without any penalties. Like the tortoise and the hare, his 10-year-old vehicle had survived, and slow and steady had won this Dakar Series China Rally. I am very excited by this win. My car did a really good job on this rally. I had to look at the car last night because we were so lucky yesterday, and I think luck has a really important part to play in this win. The top two matched each other over that short stage. Great to have Han Wei and Arago back in the top 5 for the final day. No change in the order since stage 6. Ma, Zhang, Cheng, Wei and Tao in the top 5. De Villiers 18th, Han Wei in 20th and Arigel in 22nd. It's clear the first Dakar Series China Rally has been a great success. Firstly, what we did is turn something impossible into possible. And it's always difficult to start, but now we have the first Dakar Series in China. I'm so happy to have cooperated with everyone, and I'm also very happy to have welcomed so many international drivers as well as Chinese drivers into this big event. And I look forward to seeing everyone next time in Alexa. Well, what a week it's been. Full of stunning scenery and fantastic competition. It's been a pleasure to visit Inner Mongolia and experience the Dakar Series China Rally, the very first edition.